Robots are everywhere these days. Even though we might not see them in our day-to-day lives, apparently they're very good at hiding. Today, robots have a hand or claw thingy in almost all manufacturing. But early robotic development had forward-thinking inventors set out to captivate with a robot called the Unimate. This is the Unimate robot showing off its moves back in 1967. By then, it had already been on the job for several years.
The Unimate is the first practical industrial robot. This one, which is the very first one that was used actively in a factory environment, was deployed in 1961.
The Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries ignited the innovation of machines that could perform specific tasks 24/7. But that was automation, not robotics. The Henry Ford Museum's head curator, Marc Greuther, introduced me to the Unimate. When I think of a robot, I think of something with a head, not a human head, but that looks
something that's it's got a kind of human form to it. Right. So yeah, it's a good point. But the reality of robotics, when it's finally explored and deployed, is this: it's way more crude looking, and it's way more single-purpose. It's not an attempt to replicate the human. This is that moment where something that had strictly been the province of humankind is suddenly a machine that's imbued with that capability, limited as it might be.
And what human motion could this replicate?
Well, essentially, it could move in an arc of about 220 degrees around here. It's almost like a turret, right? And it can move in an arc of about 60 degrees upward. And it can also reach out. You can see this sort of width here that extends.
And what was this doing?
It was doing something very simple. It was removing a part from a press, and it was stacking it. Repetitive motion from a very, very dangerous machine, and it's kind of relentless stacking. It's a mindless kind of job, if you will.
Who created this robot?
A gentleman by the name of George Duvall. He patented the concept of the robot and the technology associated with it in 1954.
The technology of the robot?
Yeah, the notion of applying a memory and then mechanical actuation and combining those things together. So you've got a great deal of predictable dexterity and strength, but also reprogrammability. It could remember about 200 different steps. So by modern computer standards, pretty crude.
Where was it working?
This was used in a General Motors plant in Trenton, New Jersey.
In Trenton, New Jersey. Do you think that the workers on the floor, when this came on, do you think they realized this is a big deal?
I think many did, and of course it is a big deal. From a labor perspective, yeah, it was quite obvious from the get-go that this was going to be a kind of invasion of a previously all-human territory that people were basing their livings on, jobs.
Right. Has the Unimate been properly acknowledged and celebrated?
Oh, it's in the Robot Hall of Fame, yeah, so it's definitely recognized.
Well, first of all, there's a Robot Hall of Fame.
Of course there is.
Okay, but humans can go to it.
I'm not even sure about that at this point. They could at one point.
Okay,
or maybe only robots could.
As well they should, because for industrial robots, the Unimate is the granddaddy of them all.